Hello, everybody. We're going to be doing a review of a premium ship, USS Wichita today. Fun fact, the company that made my desktop is based out of there, Kansas, CLX. I want to take a look at them if you get the chance. Anyway, back to the video. USS Wichita was involved in numerous theaters of war, including Leyte Gulf and the Battle of the Philippine Sea, and it assisted in the sinking of Japanese aircraft carrier Toyota. Let's take a look. So initially, this was designed to be a New Orleans class, but you can see that they used the Brooklyn class. Use the Brooklyn class as a basis for the design. That tells you right here. I think when it says dual purpose guns, it's mainly referring to the anti aircraft armament. As for being more accurate, well, that remains to be seen. This is kind of in between the New Orleans class and Baltimore, pretty much. It's a one off ship. So, yeah. Goes for $47.20 in the World of Warships premium shop currently. Let's see if it has an armory tab in here. Let me take a look. Some of them have things in the armory, some of them don't. So we're just I'm gonna filter this out for tier 8. American cruiser. You can see here. Oh, something I missed in the Congress video is that Congress is available for 11,300 doubloons here. Wichita is available for 11,800 doubloons. So you can use the coupon on either one of these. This video may come out after Congress or before. I'm going to decide on that, obviously. But you can see that they only have them available for doubloonies and not for anything else in the armory here. Let's get into stats. What am I getting? I'm missing the whole flow of things. Let's get into commander skills first. So I have grease the gears, priority target, heavy AP shells, and concealment expert as my go-to for my crew. Let's look at armor. We got a 27 millimeter plating up here. We got a 203 millimeter faceplate there. 203 top is 70. Deck midsection is 27. Conning tower 152, top 57. Superstructure 16, including the funnels. Again, on our turret face 23. Aft is 27. A section of 76 millimeter for Citadel armor belt. Another Citadel armor belt for 152. I don't know why it's just in here and doesn't go across the whole length. We got plating for 27 millimeters. Citadel plating 27. Really bottom Citadel 40 millimeters. We're going to take off all these layers of armor. So that's kind of interesting. We got a Citadel deck 57, 57, and 57. Citadel plating on the side 27. We got this out piece right here. Warship is 127. Top of that side of this right here is 140. The Citadel warship up here is 152. Bottom part with 19. Citadel deck 57 millimeters. Survivability of USS Wichita is 37,900. Torpedo protection damage reduction is 4%. Ouch. It's gonna hurt if you take torpedoes in this. Artillery 3x3, 203 millimeter. Reload time of 10 seconds, which is pretty good. This tier, turn time 26.1. See that they have decent stats there for HE and AP. Secondary armament, 4x1 127, 4x1 127. So I'm guessing it's because these two mounts are different, because if you look here, those are like the destroyer guns that you see on the Fletcher class, I want to say. Right here that they got on the sides. It's pretty neat. Main battery fire range is 15.8 kilometers. AA defense is really good with an continuous damage of 233. Assorted calibers there. Some Bofors and Orkellian, which is good. Firing range is 5.8. For the AA, 5.8 kilometers. Priority segment reinforcement. Maneuverability, 33.6 knots, so it's pretty good. Turning circle radius is 680 meters. Got it in the middle of the road for cruisers. Rudder shift time is 2.9 due to my equipment on it. Detectability by sea is 10.5 kilometers. Detectability by submarines varies from 6.4 to 10.5 kilometers. Detectability by air is 6.4 kilometers. My sure detectability range is 2.0 kilometers. I have steering gears mod 2 equipped because I prefer to actually use skill and dodge rather than concealment. I have steering gears mod 1 to help with steering. I have aiming systems mod 1. Damage control mod 1. Main armaments mod 1. I have defensive AA equipped, but you also have the option for hydroacoustic on USS Wichita. We have surveillance radar with a range of 9 kilometers, action time 30 seconds, consumable charge 3, and we have spotting aircraft as an option 2. That's 20% to the firing range, 4 charges of that. I just prefer to mess around with maneuverability more in my builds, because I think concealment's going to be pointless, because the planes are going to spot you anyway. That's how I think about it anyway. Got my Hotel Yankee equipped. Not really much anything else besides usual economics. My flag's equipped. But here we go. We're going to take USS Wichita out into a co-op battle because I want to be reflective of future trends with the submarines. Another thing to point out is that we don't have any anti-submarine armament on Wichita whatsoever. Something interesting to point out. I'm going to actually switch these around here before I go into battle. Switch to hydroacoustic. I'm going to leave the radar on too. Here we go. I think this is a fun ship. I like the ship a bit because its appearance is, of course, similar to Nueve de Julio. One of my favorite Tier 7 premiums in the game. I just have so much fun setting people on fire with that ship. Wichita is strong in its own right, though, too. Curious how Wichita is priced higher than Congress. Very curious indeed. Maybe it's because of the consumables, which is why it's $47.20 USD compared to $45.20 USD for Congress. But as you guessed, I'm making this review because I did one on Congress. And this is the only other Tier 8 premium American cruiser that I have. I unfortunately was not active during the Anchorage dock event. The USS Anchorage dockyard event, I was not active during that. I believe that's like an altered design. Baltimore, New Orleans with some torpedoes. So this is the extent of premium Tier 8 cruiser reviews for now from me, for USA at least. I'll be sure to cover Otago in a future video as well. We're on the map, Two Brothers here. This is going to get a graphics overhaul in a future update by the end of the year. Time of recording of this is patch 10.8. Having numerous issues with torpedo bugs and all that, so I'm trying not to review the torpedo ships at this time. I'm sticking to main sticking to ships that have basically all main guns, little to do with torpedoes. Submarines in here. What's going on? I'm telling you, I'm getting server lag occasionally. Alright, we got a destroyer here. I think I'll put this after Congress. It's better that way.
Enemy cruiser detected.
See that your dispersion ring is pretty tight. It's not hitting anything because I'm not aiming far enough ahead.
Enemy battleship sighted.
Disable his torpedoes there quick.
Enemy battleship detected.
More ones coming inbound. Right, get him here. Come on, get him, get him, get him. Hydro.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
Torpedoes, direct front.
Shells are more accurate than you would expect. Of course, you do have the heavy armor-piercing shells, as the tech tree USS cruisers have. The ship, I'd say, performs good in the right hands. You have to. I think this is a good trainer for the American line. I feel like Congress is kind of like a side grade compared to Wichita. The problem with Congress is that you just get clobbered by everybody easily and you overmatch too much. But with Wichita, you seem to have the right amount of penetration for the tier. Sometimes get good rolls like that. Got a Kansas over there. A reminder, this is a co-op. Switch to my high explosive. We got a ship that's going near a cap, huh? Is interesting. I do have fun with Wichita. I just call it Nueva de Julio more, I guess, because I like to grind in Nori quite a bit. Whenever Nari comes around, you'll see me on stream going to that op quite often. I hope that the Cherry Blossom operation comes back. Then I think I can bring Wichita into it. I want to see operations get more developed inside the game. That's beside the point. I'm going a little off topic. Yeah, Wichita, as you can see, you can really easily set ships on fire with it, and it's really good with maneuverability wise. I just haven't cut it out for maneuverability because I feel like concealment is pointless unless you're a battleship, because you're going to be spotted anyway by the enemy, especially with the amount of hybrid ships coming into the game. What is it next? Kearsarge, I think it's Kearsarge is next. Silly how they don't give us the pre-dreadnought, but they give us this weird Russian design. Kind of funny when you think about it. Or American design that was meant to go to Russia. I wonder if that's going to be the ship that comes out this Friday. Yeah, we'll see. Considering it's an anniversary event this Friday, I think I'll set this video to release on Thursday, the day before. And that we're in for interesting anniversary event because we got all these bugs in the game. This is funny. Yeah. I like Wichita for its accuracy. I'd say it's definitely worth the money to get her. If you feel like you want to spend on the game, it's up to you. If I had to choose between Congress and Wichita, I would be going for Wichita first because Wichita is closest to the actual tech tree in terms of performance. I don't know if Anchorage or any of the other... I don't know if Anchorage will ever come out for sale. It seems like none of the Docker chips ever came back. Really, War Game, they're going to come up with a snazzy new currency, and they're going to have you get the ship that way. It's usually how it seems to be the trend. Introduce new currency, make players grind for said new currency for said ship. If I had to choose how to bring back dockyard ships, I would put them in the Research Bureau. That's where I think they belong. Speaking of Research Bureau, I'm in the process of trying to get some lines ground out in there.
Enemy cruiser sunk.
Oh, there we go. We got a good hit. Overall, Wichita's strengths are its super heavy HP shells, AP shells, I mean. Deal about 4,800 damage.
Our victory is in sight.
One of the weak points is, of course, the range. Your range is limited to about 15.8 kilometers, so you have to really get in close or give up radar and equip the spotting aircraft. But you got to play in more of a support role these days, given how many aircraft are in the game and the fact that you got submarines. Your only real counter to the submarines is partnering up with somebody that has anti-submarine warfare weapons. Sometimes it can be a destroyer that has the depth charges, or a battleship sometimes has them. They have the little airstrike, which has a depth charge, which can also take care of the situation. It's nice. But your biggest play is going to be having to do teamwork, because it doesn't seem like Wargaming's changing their minds on the anti-submarine warfare weapons for all ships. I think it's silly. I think it's just a lazy attempt to balance out all the old, overpowered premium ships. I just see no reason why Wichita shouldn't have some depth charges or something. That's just my take. Currently, right now, as a patch 10.8, Wichita is not getting any depth charges, but you can equip this hydro radar combo like I got here. You just have to sacrifice range. That's about the only thing. Get somebody that is anti-sub warfare, they can help you out a lot, but that hydro is key. I think we're going to see subs become more of a issue than aircraft carrier ever were. Aircraft carriers ever were. Yeah. I'm trying to give reviews on what I have in my dock here, port. As for getting newer premiums, it depends on what the demand is. If you guys want me to sit there and grab a new premium, I'll consider it, but I'm gonna be iffy on them tier 9 premiums and higher for reasons obvious. There we go. There's a nice battle with Wichita here. We destroyed some enemies. Got a couple citadels, over 109 hits. Got some non-penetration, some ricochets, a lot of penetrations there. Overall, I want to say it was a decent match. Compliment the key, negate. But yeah, overall, I find Wichita is worth it. It performs its role well. It's more designed as more of a nice supporting ship to destroyers. It's going to have to keep its distance with regards to submarines, as it has no depth charges. Mainly, one can choose between two styles of play. But with with the submarines coming into the game, I would prioritize the hydroacoustic over the defensive AA. That's just my opinion because I feel like subs you can't see them unless you get the hydro equipped and they're not at maximum depth. Spotting aircraft might be more advantageous for those that are looking to use it. This is more when you equip the radar. That's more for up close, which is kind of how I have my setup currently. Overall, I'd say Wichita is worth the $47.20 it is to acquire, or the 11,800 doubloons. So I'll leave that up to you whether you want to get Wichita or Congress. Both are good ships, but if I had to tell you which one to go for first, I'd go for Wichita first. It's closest to the main tech tree line. Indianapolis is kind of falling on hard times. It's not the ship it used to be. Otherwise, I would have recommended that ship first before Wichita. But if you're in the market for a higher tier premium, Wichita should perform the role well. Just make sure to play as a support and not as like an aggressive. You got to play it as more of a support role, not go rushing in with it because it's a cruiser, not a battleship, of course. All right. Thank you all for watching my review on USS Wichita today. Please like, watch, and subscribe for future mobile gameplays and World of Warships reviews and gameplays. Thank you so much for your support. I hope you all have a great rest of your week. Thank you.